In this video, I am going to share profound teachings of Indian sage Ramana Maharshi, and also I am going to explain in simple words what they mean and point towards. If you listen carefully, you can get deep insights on your true nature. So sit back and listen intently. First quote is: all suffering is due to the false notion that one is a body. Remove that error and suffering will cease. What does this mean? The root of suffering is the belief I am this body. How do you know you are this body? Just think about it once. How do you ever know that you are this body? It's simply mind knowledge. You have learned it from somewhere, you have learned it from others. But what if there's something beyond that is here? And after all, this body is an accumulation. What do I mean by accumulation is something you have gathered from outside. You have been eating food, and that's why this body is how it is right now. Day after day, you have added food to the body, and therefore it has become this way. It changes with time. You put on weight, you lose weight. It comes and goes. Birth and death happens. But where are you in this whole happening? Yes, body is there, yes, mind is there, but where are you in this whole thing? That's what the sages point towards. Who are you? Who is the real you? Yes, the body is there, yes, the mind is there, but where are you in the whole happening? That's what we are going to explore and find the truth of it. So the second quote is: you say, I am the body. Therefore, you are asked to find out what the true I is. The body is inert and cannot say I. The body by itself cannot do anything. You are not the body. Body is just an accumulation of food that you gathered from outside. Without food, can there be a body? Ask yourself. So body is just an accumulation of food. Are you that? That's the main question here. So, if you see you are not the body, there is no need for self inquiry too. Because what is animating this body is the source. The body in itself cannot function. That's what Ramana Maharshi is saying here. You say that I am the body. You believe that thought. It's not automatically happening. You are here, and that's why the body is here. Who are you? That's what we are going to find out. The third quote is: the mind is only a bundle of thoughts. The I thought is the root of all other thoughts. What's the I thought? It's the thought that says, I am this body. So when you are attached with the body, the mind points to the body and says, I am this body. So I am, and this body is made equal, is made one, which is not true, because you are not here as just a body. Body is an accumulation. That change is happening within the body. And how is that happening? It means something higher than the body is taking care of the body. So if you become still and meditative, you see this truth as it is. You see this clearly, that you are not the body. The fourth quote is: body and mind are only names and forms. You are the self, the pure awareness behind them. So, when you truly understand that you are not the body, the mind becomes utterly still because it has lost its identification with the body. The body is not who you are. Then mind has nothing to think about and it disappears. It's this simple. Self realization is this simple. You just need to see that you are not the body and everything happens on its own. Because only your mind is making too much noise and you're not able to perceive, are you the body or you're not the body. You have not a clear perception of reality, of truth, and that's why suffering happens, ignorance happens. The fifth quote is: all desires and fears arise from the mind's identification with the body. When the body ceases to identify, all bondage ends. So mind works only through identification with something. If you think you are a man, you will get thoughts about being a man, how you need to become more manly, and things like that. And so on, you will keep on thinking. So every time you equate yourself with a word or an idea or a thought, you'll get more thoughts like that. And you will say, it's my reality. But it's really not your reality, because you have just believed that to be true. You do not know that to be true. And because you think and believe they are true, that's why suffering happens. That's why there's a misidentification. There's a wrong, false identification that you are equating yourself with. You're not daring to look life as it is. You are just a piece of life. You are not this or that. That's what all the sages point towards. You are just a piece of life. Which means just imagine that everything is just life. Every star, every planet, even the earth, and everything is just life, and you are here sitting as a piece of life. So if you just truly see yourself as a piece of life, as nothing else but a piece of life, you will know that you are actually a piece of life, and then you will realize you are the source and the whole life itself. There are no divisions in reality. That's what it means to see the oneness as it is, to realize self, because self is one. And as you see, you are not the body, everything dissolves. The mind dissolves, the world dissolves, and only self remains. This is so true, because if you just sit back and see that you are a piece of life, you are not here as a man, woman, on all your identities, national identity, or religious, or what status you have in society. It doesn't matter, because all that matters is you are a piece of life and you see yourself as that. Once you see yourself as a piece of life, as life itself, there's no suffering, because you're not identified with one thing or the other thing. So identification is the problem. False identification. You're attaching yourself, you're finding yourself in something that you are not. The body is accumulated. The mind is also learnt knowledge. It's borrowed from outside. Nothing that you believe is your own. And in this you see reality, in this you see truth, your truth. The truth of your being is just as simple as this, that when you disidentify, or when you see that you are not attached to the body, that you are not the body, that's all there is to truth. That's all the effort that you need to put. So the sixth quote is, the body is born and dies. The mind rises and falls, but the self never changes. Rest in the self and all attachment disappears. How would you rest in the self if you are still thinking you are the body? It's not possible. So you need to clearly see in meditativeness with a clear perception that you are not the body. The body is accumulated from outside and it's not your creation. So body and mind are seen, but you are not attached to them. You don't find yourself in them. You are not the body. That's the crux of spirituality. So you need to see for yourself experientially and intellectually that you are not the body or the mind. That is the simplest way to self-realization or enlightenment. And you see that when you sit in solitude and in silence and see that you are not the body, you are not the mind. So meditate and be happy. Thank you.